Pastor Wendell here. I've been watching this movie called Translated. It's what if the Apostle Paul showed up in our time? And in this movie, he does. And it really makes you think because he wrote a good chunk of the New Testament. And when he shows up in this movie in the modern time, it's like, wow. And he starts asking some questions that are pretty interesting. And I've been really chewing on that, and I found it challenging. Challenging. The thought line was challenging. What if the Apostle Paul really showed up, the man that wrote the book, and saw where we're at today? What would he say? Then God starts talking to me out of Haggai, or maybe I should say Haggai started talking today. Chapter 1 of Haggai is good stuff about building the house, about God's glory. Chapter 2 gets into that. Chapter 2, verse 3 of Haggai says, "Who is left among you who saw this house in its former glory? And how do you see it now? Is not this in your sight as nothing in comparison to that?" And I think that's the question Paul would be asking us. Because I know today God is He's looking for people to build the house. He's looking for the gifts and the talents to step up. Just as he called people to hew the wood or hammer the silver, he's looking for it again. I'm going to say this, it's a time of reformation. It's a time of building the house. The house is in ruins. People disagree. They want to fight me on this. They want to argue with me. But why do we have 22 different denominations in one block? That's a hard word. But I think Paul will be questioning that because in the movie he questions, where are the believers of this city? Where are these believers? And he come to find out there was a whole herd of churches. And that was Paul. And that's what God, I think, is saying through Haggai. For those of us who have seen the real deal, the real glory of this God, what most people call revival or outpouring, who has seen that? And if you take and look at that, Haggai is speaking to us. Where is it today? Where is it? Where'd it go? Who is left among you who saw this house in its former glory? If you've seen revival, there's an accountability in that. Because when you look around today, this is hard. It's pretty much not there. There are pockets of this or that, but it's pretty much not there. And that's what I was amazed with Paul. Paul in the movie Translated started asking some questions. And if you haven't seen this movie Translated, it came out a year ago, you need to go find it. You need to hunt it down. You need to watch it. You need to pay attention to it. It asks some deep questions, and it's pretty cool. But Haggai is asking some deep questions. Who is left among you who has seen the glory? And how do you see it now? That's a tough question. That needs to be asked today. And then the next question is, over here in Haggai chapter 1, verse 12, it talks about the people who had returned from captivity listened to and obeyed the voice of the Lord their God, not vaguely or partly, but completely. That's a deep word. Completely. Not vaguely or partly, but completely, according to the words of Haggai the prophet. Since the Lord their God had sent him, and the people reverently feared and worshipped and turned to the Lord. This is the book. This is the Bible speaking. And it's an amazing thing because it's deep. It's very deep. Because today, those of us that are of the older generation, we have seen glory. We have seen the house light up. We have seen people get touched, saved, healed, and delivered. We've seen alcoholics get thrown on the floor and come up straight, never to drink again. We've seen cigarette smokers give it up. We've seen demons get kicked out. We've seen this, and that's the question Haggai is asking. That's the question Paul is asking. That's the question this man is asking. Where is it today? And why is it not there? And this is a question that should be asked in the houses. Ask in your homes. Ask in your heart. Why are we not seeing this? What is holding us back from the glory of God? Why is not the Shekinah glory showing up? You say, well, we don't have that today. That's a lie from hell. Nobody ever said it got deleted. You can't punch the delete button on God's works. We need to be translated, but we need to be translated into what Paul was talking about. We need to be translated in what Haggai was talking about. Our lives need to be translated, transformed, changed. We need to get on our faces and repent because something's not right, because the glory of God is not with us as it should be. Our enemies should be falling. They should be. That's all I'm going to say for now. But we need to obey this God wholly, not partly or vaguely. We need to obey completely. And we need to see what this word really says, because it was blowing me away when Haggai is asking the question, who is left among you who saw this house in its former glory? Yes, they're talking about the built house of God, the old temple. But we're talking about right now the current situation of when you gather on Sunday mornings. Where is the glory? Where is it? Yes, there's stuff going on. But there's a lot of stuff not going on. There's a lot of people not getting saved, not getting healed, not getting delivered, not getting changed, not leaving the drugs behind, not leaving the thievery behind, not leaving the whoredoms behind. And that's what I'm saying. Who is left among you who has seen this house in its past glory? You know this is not the way it should be, and it's time to rise up. It's time to be mighty like Gideon's men, like David's mighty men. It's time to step up and step out and do something, for he is with you. Because it goes right on here. God's saying, go build. I am with you. Start digging into Haggai chapter 1, chapter 2, just for starts, if nothing else spurs you on, and find that movie translated. Anyway, that's what's on the brain of Pastor Wendell today. Thank you.